Welcome once again to CruiseAway, here on your TV on Gecko every single day, with some more inspiring cruise and stay adventures around the world. It's Derek and Joe here to guide you through some awesome holiday ideas, and we're looking forward into 2026.
Yes, we are. We've got Cunard Adventures in search of a total solar eclipse and the elusive light display of the Northern Lights in Norway. Before we do, though, let's tell you a bit more about us here at CruiseAway and why we're the best team in the business to trust with your next cruise adventure.
Here at CruiseAway, we've been sending Australian travellers on amazing cruise holidays for over 25 years. Our award-winning team specialise in bringing you the best deals from all major cruise lines, sailing right across the globe. Whether you're looking to cruise locally or afar, with thousands of unmissable deals available right now, you can be sure we'll find you your perfect cruise holiday. So, if you're ready, let's go cruising.
Yes, let's, and we're ready to set sail on the Queen Victoria with Cunard in this show for some newly released itineraries for 2026, one of which marks the first time a total solar eclipse has been witnessed over the Spanish Mediterranean in nearly 120 years.
Oh gosh.
First, though, we are heading in search of another natural wonder up towards the Arctic Circle, the incredible Aurora Borealis, or Northern Lights. Visible, some facts now, here we go. Visible when solar flares are sent out by the sun and they send out charged particles that reach the Earth's atmosphere. They react with our atmospheric gases, and the end result is this just amazing colourful light show in the sky. So let's go in search of them then on the 18th of March in 2026, where we start our 18-night holiday by enjoying the premium lounge at Sydney Airport, a nice relaxed luxurious start for our special trip which flies us over to London in the UK for a 3-night stay in a fabulous 4-star hotel with breakfast, plenty of time to enjoy springtime in London, explore the palaces, cruise the River Thames, see the shows in the West End. You will have a fantastic time. Good time to be in good old London, Joe.
Yeah, in springtime with all those gorgeous flowers out in Hyde Park, St James's Park, you know, strolling South Bank, enjoying you've got the London Eye right there, you've got some incredible museums like the Tate Modern, the Tate, the V&A Natural History Museum. Wow, I just think of the fun you're going to have in London. And then it's going to be time to cruise on board the gorgeous and elegant Queen Victoria as you take this adventure for 13 nights. My goodness, she's a beautiful ship, and having spent some time on board Victoria, I have to say it does feel like a home from home, especially when you're there for as long as you're going to be, which is over the you know, almost 2 weeks actually. Now, from the elegantly appointed spaces and the traditional flair that Cunard always brings to the table, you also have lots of familiar favourites when it comes to the realm of cruising activities. You've got guest lecturers on board, you know, particularly since you are going to be taking this tour, as you just very elegantly explained there, Derek, about the science behind the Northern Lights. You're going to have guest lecturers on board, like, you know, giving you further information on that kind of thing, which is so interesting anyway. And then, of course, you can learn about the history of Cunard. They have a museum on board, a lovely bookshop. You know, it's very traditional. You can learn to fence, you can learn to ballroom dance as well. You actually have expert dance teachers on board, flown on board for these cruises. And of course, the pièce de résistance, strolling down that incredibly elegant staircase, arm in arm, dressed to the nines. This is truly the cruise where you dust off your glad rags, the ones that have been sitting right in the back of the wardrobe
yeah,
for goodness knows how long.
Yeah.
Get the beautiful sequin beaded gown. Gents, this is when you get you know, the proper tux out, because people do go to town on formal night on Cunard. It's part of the fun, really, isn't it?
Bit of advice though, you know, if you're anything like me, fellas, try it on before you go away, just to make sure, you know what, because these things can shrink in the wardrobe. It's worth doing. You are on board for 13 incredible nights, which is actually, for a Cunard voyage, is kind of over the average. Most itineraries are kind of 7-night itineraries, so I would lap up every single day and night of that and kind of rise to the occasion of it as well, because it is very, very relaxed during the day, by the way. So, because we're on a very, very scenic cruise here as well. We're talking about March, so we will be dressed for in between seasons,
Yeah.
I would guess. But of an evening, that's the chance that you get to really kind of shine.
Oh, absolutely. And being there in the dining room, all dressed up, enjoying that famous White Star service. Now, of course, you can enjoy your afternoon tea every day. They have it on offer, and it's all part of your package. Of course, you can upgrade to the champagne afternoon tea, which I'd highly recommend. But up in the Winter Garden, being served in the white gloved fashion is one of the finest things to enjoy at sea. And then it's time for us to enjoy our cruise out of Southampton, and the first port is Åndalsnes in Norway, where you can learn about Viking history. You can head to the Troll Wall or the Rumo Railway, which gives you lovely sweeping views over this gorgeous Norwegian port. Next up, we are heading to Tromsø for an overnight, and of course this affords you optimum opportunity to see that incredible phenomena of Aurora Borealis. That's why we're staying overnight. Now, whilst you're there, you could explore the Arctic Cathedral or the Polar Museum perhaps, and the fjords are not too far away either. I think it's going to be very atmospheric, a lot of people camping out to watch. Then we have a double overnight in Narvik, so that's 3 total days. So tons of things to see and do here, of course. Aside from the obvious search for the Northern Lights, you can head to the Polar Park, which is the world's northernmost zoo, and observe really sort of local animals like the wolf, lynx and bear, as well as reindeer and moose and Arctic fox. Then it's Ålesund, very tranquil and traditional Norwegian port here. Some tours to do would be the islands of Giske and Godoy, or the best of Romsdal and the Troll part. I think that would be really interesting, actually, fy fun. Then it is Stavanger, and this is known for the Fjord. And of course, the fjords are going to be a huge viewing point on this itinerary. We'll be up on deck enjoying these sweeping views over the Norwegian fjords as you go, but of course viewing them in port is going to be a fun thing as well. And here's a flavour of what you could see with the Northern Lights. Now, you are of course going to have 2 overnights, one of which is a triple overnight, to potentially see this incredible light show and phenomena that is the Aurora Borealis. As Derek was mentioning how it's formed, it is just a wonder of nature. It's actually considered one of the wonders of the world, one of the 7 wonders of the world, the natural ones, which include the Barrier Reef. But the interesting thing about the Northern Lights is it's never permanent. It moves, it changes, which makes it a true phenomena of nature.
And it's unique every single time.
Yeah.
So everyone has that kind of unique experience. And funnily enough, actually, sometimes it's better seen through the screen of your phone.
Yes.
Because of the way, because it was seen recently in the UK, and people were looking up into the sky. It doesn't usually venture as far down as the UK, but it was recently. People were looking up in the sky, seeing nothing, then putting their phone screen up to the sky and going, wow,
yeah.
Look at that.
Unbelievable.
I mean, just amazing. But I mean, this is one of the most incredible places to see it. Now, your cruise ends back in Southampton, and then we will transfer you up to Heathrow Airport for your flight back to Sydney on this, which is amazing. Absolutely incredible. What a joy of a trip at any time, but March is the perfect time as well, because you've got, it's kind of we're back in the land of the midnight sun territory here as well, where you're seeing incredibly late sunset. Sometimes, in fact, it seems like the sun is never setting at all, which does give you the most amazing night sky, funnily enough, especially if it's cloudy. You just get it's almost like the clouds are kind of in flames. It's just amazing. You've got to see it. So we're looking forward very much, because we're not talking next year, we're talking about the year after, so March in 2026. So we can book this whole experience today for a deposit of just $250 each right now, which is brilliant, because that really means that you've got some time to look forward to it and to budget for it as well. So included in the price, we've got airport lounge access for you at Sydney before you fly over to London. You've got your return flights then to and from London. You've got a 3-night hotel stay there in a 4-star hotel, breakfast included as well. Then that 13-night voyage on Queen Victoria with Cunard, up in search of the Northern Lights, with, as Joe says, the overnight in Tromsø and the double overnight in Narvik. So 3 days there. It's going to be amazing. At the end of the cruise in Southampton, as I said, we've got that transfer up to Heathrow Airport in London for the flight back to Sydney. You're in the lounge in Heathrow Airport as well before you fly back. All for this price tag. I can't believe, honestly, if I put all of this on a menu for you right now and we totted up how much we thought every element would be, do you know what? We would have long passed that figure ages ago, very, very early in the holiday. $5,499 for the entire package. And remember, deposits today of $250 each can lock in that price right now for you. Here's the upgrade prices on Queen Victoria as well, by the way. So if you want to go up to your ocean view or balcony or the ultimate suite, I mean, you can but only imagine how amazing the suites will be on board Queen Victoria. You can actually see them for yourselves on our website at cruiseaway.com.au, so go and have a little look. But listen, any questions on that one, get it booked sooner rather than later. 1300 411 954 is our toll-free telephone line to call right now. Remember, you can call us right the way through the week, and many more Cunard experiences on the website cruiseaway.com.au. There are always thousands and thousands of different ideas right now. It's well worth a little trip to our website actually, because you might be looking for something, as we are right now, into 2026, but you might conversely be looking for a cruise that goes in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And if you want that, you'll find it on the website as well, cruiseaway.com.au. Amazing experience. I mean, you just got to do it. Amazing. Another just total jaw dropper right now, haven't we?
Yeah, we really do. A cruise that marks a special occurrence in the Spanish Mediterranean as we cruise away with Cunard to experience a total eclipse of the sun. You'll be on board Queen Victoria to witness the moment where the moon moves between the earth and the sun and temporarily blocks out all of the sunlight. And there's no better place to see it than from a ship. So that's exactly where we'll be. We will start our 15-night trip on the 6th of August by enjoying premium lounge access again at Sydney Airport before we fly you off to Rome to enjoy 3 nights in a hotel, to enjoy the amazing Eternal City and enjoy fabulous dining and tourist hotspots as well in gorgeous Rome. And you're going to be there in summer as well in Italy, which is full of life and vibrance and people just strolling the streets, enjoying the summertime vibes of this incredible, iconic, historical city. Cradle of ancient civilization. You get to see one of the wonders of the world there, which is the Colosseum, of course. It is one of the most imposing, exciting structures on Earth.
Oh, it's huge, isn't it?
It's just, I mean, when you go in, it's just, it blows your mind.
It's
like you
vast,
see images of it, but then actually seeing it in person, it's
you
like...
feel like you're in a film when you're standing inside it, and you just feel the might of it. It must have been just terrifying being a gladiator. Anyway, let's move on to other gladiating that we're doing.
Yeah.
We are voyaging again with Queen Victoria, 7 fabulous nights out of Rome, and we are just going to have, again, time of your life. A lot of people wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until quite late into their, their cruising travels before taking their Cunard.
Yeah.
And you really shouldn't. Do it now. Do it now while you can, while you can get the best out of it. It is not, it is not the sort of retired soldiers kind of.
No,
you know what I mean? It's
you'll find,
it's not the place you go to retire.
Yeah, no, you'll find all age groups on Cunard. Actually, it really is. They even have a kids club, just for example.
Yeah.
I mean, but it really is something for everybody, particularly those of us that love classic cruising and dressing up. Now, you don't have to do that by any means. If you don't want to get dressed up on formal night, you can just enjoy going up to the marketplace buffet or getting room service. You don't have to. But if you really want to go to town and enjoy just being in that, they've got, opera boxes in the theatre, for example, in the Royal Court, dressed up to the nines. I think you'll feel like you are at an opera house in Milan. It's so exciting. And then when it comes to pampering and indulging, you've got the incredible spa, and up in the spa actually you have a thermal suite as well. So you can in the Mariel Spa you can actually go to the hydrotherapy pool and thermal suite. I have to say that's one of my favorite things to do after a day out sightseeing in the ports, is to go up there and relax. It does feel very private as well. It's usually quite quiet up there. Lovely thing to do. And then, of course, you might want to have a massage, you might want to have a pedicure, have your hair cut and coloured, have some acupuncture treatment. They have all of that available in the spa.
Jo, while you're doing that, can I escape to the pub? Is that all right?
You can. Men go to the pub, ladies go to the spa.
Well, you know, that's what actually, you know, these days it's more over the other way around, isn't it?
It is. They've got loads of men's treatments up there.
Yeah.
Well.
They need to these days.
And I love the traditional pub on board Cunard as well. It is like a traditional English pub, and they even have the pub food in there, so you can get your pie and chips and that kind of thing. It's just really fun, isn't it? It's kind of a novelty to be able to do that on board the ship. You might have
there's my friend Rachel. My friend Rachel is in these videos. She's enjoying a nice glass of red.
Oh,
there.
I'm jealous.
I know. Lucky girl. She loved it, actually. She filmed that quite a few years ago and loved it. Out of the port for Rome then. Into
historical Tarragona, which is a stone's throw from Barcelona, a famous Roman city known for its incredible amphitheatre, the Amphitheatre de Tarragona. You've got to see that. It's Roman. It's amazing. It's right by the sea, actually. Then it's Palma de Mallorca for its gorgeous cathedral Basilica de Santa Maria. The Drac Caves are also worth a visit, and then lovely Puerto Soller if you want to just head to the beach and get away from it all. There's a little railway over that side of the island as well. Then we're into Nice, or Villefranche-for-Nice. Along the Côte d'Azur, you've got loads of incredible places to visit, such as Monte Carlo, Monaco. You have incredible Saint-Tropez as well, not too far away by train. Then it's Toulon, and this is in gorgeous Provence, of course, known for its world-renowned wine. So you might want to do a cellar visit and wine tasting with Bandol. There are other options on offer. Speak to your Cunard team about that on board the ship, booking your excursions. Then we're into Barcelona, where you'll disembark and spend 3 fabulous nights in the Catalonian capital. There is nowhere like Barcelona. It is one of the most vibrant and enigmatic cities on earth. Having lived in this city, I have to say, I really felt like I got a flair for the Catalonian lifestyle. You know, up in the mountains, you've got beautiful Parque Güell, which is the masterpiece by Antonio Gaudi, or one of his masterpieces. Of course, you have the Sagrada Familia and the Trio of Discord as well. So it's architecture paradise, I have to say, but also you've got the beach, you've got the mountains, there's a theme park up in the mountains, and loads to visit really nearby by train as well. So here is your overview. Flying into Rome, those couple of days in Rome, embarking on this incredible and, shall we say, you know, history-rich adventure, and then finishing up in fabulous Barcelona with a little mini break there as well before we fly you back to Sydney, Australia.
And at somewhere along the line, and I forgive me in my research, I've forgotten the exact date, I think it's the 12th of August. You'll find out while you're on board anyway, the day of the total solar eclipse, so that you don't miss it for any reason. I think it's either just before you get to Barcelona or while you're in Barcelona that the total solar eclipse actually happens as well. It's going to be an incredible sight to see. And as Joe said, actually, before we switched the cameras on to make this show, Joe says, there's something a little bit spooky about an eclipse. I've never actually been at the size of an eclipse. I saw it on the news where it happened 3, 4, 6 months ago. On the TV, and I can't even remember where it happened, but it made a real spectacle. It was in America, wasn't it? That's right, the Southwest, I think, wasn't it? And yeah, it'll be great to see it, but very, very spooky at the same time as it all suddenly goes dark and you look up and there's no sunlight. Just for that little moment. Incredible though. And another incredible reason to head to the Med for August in 2026, to witness it and to say that you were there and you did it as part of your holiday where you had a fabulous cruise on board Queen Victoria with Cunard. So including again on this offer, premium lounge access at Sydney and Barcelona on this. You've got your flight over to Rome, 3 nights in a hotel there, then 7 nights on Queen Victoria around the Spanish and French Mediterranean, ending in Barcelona, 3 nights in a hotel there, and then your flight back to Sydney. Low deposit again today, $250 each on this one, and the price of your package, I mean, where are these prices coming from? This is amazing. I know what we do here at CruiseAway is amazing because we send so many people as part of Dreamlines, our global company. We send so many thousands of people on cruises every single year around the world. We have huge buying power, and that gives us great negotiated rates for the cruises and for the airfares and for the hotels and for tours and other things. But that is truly exceptional considering you're cruising with Cunard on on this. And there's a lot to arrange here, and we do it all for you. And you can book it today for a deposit of just $250 each. Incredible. Here's the details if you want to upgrade to ocean view, balcony or suite. I would say, given how keen the lead-in price is there for that 6th of August date, I would consider going for the balcony.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very little more when you consider it's a Cunard voyage. It would be just stunning to do. 1300 411 954 is the telephone number to dial right now. Remember, that is completely and utterly toll-free. Now, we've just shown you the total solar eclipse in the Med, and we've got another package now that features that same cruise and then goes on to enjoy another 7-night itinerary on Queen Victoria, cruising on to Sardinia, Sicily and Italy. So now we're 19 nights all told. Again, starts on the 6th of August, flying from Sydney, enjoying the premium lounge there, and then flying over to Rome, and we've got 3 nights there in a hotel. So essentially we're repeating the same offer, but we're cruising further. So we have the same 3 nights in Rome. I have to say, it's been a few years since I've been to Rome, but it is just spectacular. It's lovely to just wander around. You are in the nice peak warm heat of the summer here as well, which is a lovely thing to enjoy, let me tell you. And there are so many sights for you to see. This time we're on Queen Victoria for double the amount of last time, so 14 nights on this. And do you know what? If you have never voyaged with Cunard before, you really deserve to treat yourself to do it. And what I would say to you is, see if there's anyone in the family, friendship circle, colleagues, you know, people at the golf club or the beach, whatever, that have cruised with Cunard before. Because listen, you know, you can listen to us talk about it, you can watch the video, but nothing beats someone that you know having done it.
Absolutely.
Because you can get the absolute recommendation. They will tell you whether it is for you. And let me tell you, Cunard is for everyone. I know it's very, very dressed up with an image that kind of tells you, well, hang on a second, I didn't run my own business for 40 years. Is Cunard for me? I don't have a title, I don't have letters after my name or before my name. You know, is it for me? And it really, truly is a comfortable and relaxed experience for everyone. You've worked on board the with the Cunard ships as well, haven't you, Jo?
Yeah, it's definitely not stuffy.
No.
It's very relaxed and low-key, but they love their dressing up. It's just, you know, the fun part of traditional cruising, because it is voyaging, it's not cruising. It's the traditional ocean liner with 180 years in the business. That's when the first vessel was launched, which is unbelievable. So they like to retain that heritage and tradition, which
classy,
is why
isn't it?
It's very classy. You'll see the servers with the traditional red and black, you know, and the traditional hats and the white gloves, which is lovely, and it's part. And they really take pride in being part of that history as well. And you know, again, with the naval officers, same thing, dressed traditional. It just makes you feel like you're part of something bigger than you.
It's a big thing in the cruising industry. I mean, the cruising industry is very competitive in terms of a passenger point of view, but also on a crew point of view. There are a lot of crew worldwide yearning to be on board with Cunard. And of course, unlike many other cruise lines who have, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40 ships, Cunard have 4. So that's really select.
Very select, and they took many years before launching the Queen Anne, the most recent addition to the fleet.
Over a decade.
Everything's very thoughtfully done and carefully curated when it comes to creating a new Cunard ship. So you'll just have an absolute ball, and you'll be raving about it to all your friends and family, believe me.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll be back for your next one before you know it. First port is fabulous Tarragona in Spain with that incredible Roman fortress, amphitheatre. Love this city. It is beautiful, and it's just being outside of Barcelona, a little bit more low-key and relaxed as well, and some lovely shopping.
Theatre by the sea.
Yes, no, it is. It's incredible.
They knew what they were doing, the Romans, didn't they?
Right. And then there's Palma de Mallorca, and you know, lovely thing to do is just stroll along the boardwalk of the ocean front by where the ship docks and get a nice cocktail. There's great bars and restaurants there. Then it's time for Nice, and Nice is on the Côte d'Azur French Riviera. It's an amazing city. You've got Cannes, a stone throw away as as well to visit. And of course, you can gawp at the yachts in Monte Carlo. It's all reachable by train. It's worth doing. It's very interesting.
They'll be there in the summer as well, won't they? That's, you know, that's when they go and visit their yachts, isn't it?
Yeah, Toulon's up next, and this is a great sort of stopping off point for a lot of other great places in fabulous France along that coast as well. You've got some great art galleries and museums there, lovely back streets. Then we're on to Barcelona, where your second cruise starts. And some great points here include La Ramblas, the world famous street where you've got lots of street performers. Barceloneta Beach is right there as well as the Olympic Village. El Born Gothic Quarter. Then we're on into Ibiza in Spain, and this is where you can visit. You've got the hippie market, you've got the lovely old town. It's known for partying, but it has that lovely relaxed vibe about it as well in the old town. Very special port. Then we're on into Cagliari in Sardinia. Absolutely beautiful visiting Sardinia, one of the most intriguing ports in the Western Med, founded by Phoenician traders in the 7th century. So you have great history there, but it's known for its stunning beaches and ocean as well. Messina's up next in beautiful Sicily, where you can visit Mount Etna, which I think would be an iconic tour to do. Taormina's just a stone's throw away, and that is absolutely beautiful. And you've got the San Michele Winery too, not too far away, known for their great wine. Salerno's next, and this is where you can hike jaw-dropping Mount Vesuvius. You've got lots to see along this coast, including Pompeii, which is the #1 pick, and the supporting museum. I mean, your mind will be blown. Incredible story behind that. We're back into the port for Rome, where we've included your transfer back to the airport, where we'll fly you back to Sydney, Australia.
Okay, and here's something really, really interesting on this, because obviously we've got, I tell you what, you're going to have to go and watch this entire show again just to put these two offers side by side, because with this one you've got double the cruise. But when I show you the final price of the entire package, look, I just got to show you. Do you remember the price of the previous package? And look at where we are right here. That's amazing. So you get much more of that wonderful Cunard experience on this one. But indeed, the price differential is not at all what it could be. 19 incredible nights, that real taste of the Med, chance to witness the total solar eclipse, of course, there as well. Deposits on this, by the way, are just $320 each today, which is really good. I'd lock it in as quickly as you can. Here's the details if you want to upgrade. It's amazing. The offer also includes premium lounge access in Sydney Airport before you fly over to Rome, 3 nights in a hotel there, 2 weeks of Cunard voyage, Spain, France, Ibiza, Sardinia, Sicily and Italy, and of course your flight back from or to Sydney from Rome, which is amazing. Just incredible. How we do all of that for that package price is just stunning. Please make sure that you get that low deposit in there as quickly as you possibly can. Talk to our team about splitting the cost as well of your holiday if you want to, down to 6 or 12 equal payments with Travel Pay Later. That's very, very easy and simple to sign up for as well. Talk to the team on 1300 411 954. And you know what? We've squeezed so many natural phenomena into that show.
We have.
We're out of time completely and utterly. Good job we're here every day, 3 times a day on Gecko, 10 in the morning, 1 and 4 in the afternoon, because we can come back again very, very soon and cruise away some more. See you later.
And here you go.